What is up, my tubers? We got some more Sealed Wilds of Eldraine ahead of us. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all of your Magic card needs. Again, we are on the early access server, so a special server given to us by we are allowed to access by Wizards of the Coast. So you'll see all the gems. I got extra, but this is only a one-day event. So let's jump in. Let's prep you for your pre-releases. Wilds of Eldraine. I am now 2 sealeds in. We got a 7-winner and a 6-winner. A nice thing that they now have started doing. So you remember in the old sealeds, if you had more than 6 rares / mythics, it would be like, it would show 6, and then it would say, you have 2 additionals. Well, now it actually shows all of them. I still don't remember what this slot is called, but there is like a fake reprint type card that slots in. So you'll see a bunch of old cards in this new format. Anyways, Twining Twins. That is insane at its base. A 4/4 flying vigilance ward 1 for 4. And then it has some white adventure ability. It is a flicker, but you can do it with any creature, not just your own. That's really good. I'll say it before we get to deck building. Adventure creatures are absurd, and if you have the good ones, you are going to be in a really, really good spot. The adventure creatures effectively make it so you're like running 30 spells in your limited deck. It's just kind of crazy. Forced Fruition, you might be surprised, is actually an insane limited card as well. So whenever an opponent casts a spell, that player draws 7 cards. How many times do you think they can draw 7 cards before they mill themselves out? It's usually 2 or 3, maybe 4. And so if they cannot deal with this immediately, you're often going to win the game because they do not get a chance to cast more than a couple more spells. Anyway, yeah. Sanguine Bond is a 5-mana enchantment. That's also a reprint. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. You could probably do some cute stuff with the food in the format, although I would generally guess this is probably not very good. Scoundrel is just a good value 2-drop. You can play it as a 2/2 haste, or you can do some other modes with it. Redcap Gutter Dweller, another rare that I've had opened. There's a big old rat theme in the format, and some of the rat theme cards are actually pretty good. This one is great. 4-mana 3/3 menace with 2 rats when it enters, and then some good value as well. Pollen Shield Hair, I don't know what that one is. 2-mana 2/2, creature tokens you control get +1/+1 at its base. And then it has an adventure. Target creature you control gains vigilance and gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. So, not bad. Had this one before. It's also just fantastic. 6/6 Flash Ward 2 for 6 is pretty nice, and the adventure mode is also quite good. This is a 2-mana 2/2 that adds a green, and you can discard a card, return it to its owner's hand. The adventure is mill 7, then put a creature, enchantment, or land from among the milled cards onto the battlefield. You're probably not going to get to do that too many times, as again, mill 7 is a lot, and you'd really need a bomb in your deck to hit it. But anyways, let's get to deck building. I've been doing this basically for all of my sealed pools of this format. I am not going to try to build the most optimal thing. I am just going to go straight into like building a pretty decent deck, or at least what I think is a decent deck based on the rares that I pulled, and then going from there. Really, I just want to get the matches in, right? Experience. That's how you're going to learn the most from any given format. Trying to optimize your deck building at the very beginning, I don't think is too useful in these type of scenarios for pre-release events. So we're going to just kind of quickly go over some of the cards we have. So like the Twins, one of our best cards for sure. The Horned Lock, one of our best cards. The Forced Fruition. So I'm basically going to be playing blue no matter what. I can tell you that right now. Black has Stab Wound. You'll remember that one if you've played back in the day. What was that? Some kind of Ravnica format. This card was nuts. Let's see. Tabby makes a rat. How many? I've noticed one thing in this format is that there aren't really that many good removal spells. So a lot of the time it's just based on who can kind of finagle the way into a better position. What is this? Frantic Firebolt. X damage to target creature where X is 2 plus number of cards in your graveyard that are instants. Oh, that's very good. 3 mana 4/2 that has an adventure. 3 mana 2/3 makes a treasure. 4 mana, deal 4 to a creature. And then you make a hero roll. A lot of adventure creatures here. Let's see what our multicolor cards are. Neva, Stalked by Nightmares. Whenever an enchantment you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield. All right. So black-white does have an enchantment theme. I haven't had that yet, but it is something doable. Johan, 2/5 for 4. Look at the top card of your library anytime. Once each turn, you may cast an instant or library spell from the top of your library. Okay. Ruby. Oh, we have a lot of multicolor. Ash, Party Crasher. So nice little Boros aggro card there. Troyan, Gutsy Explorer. This is a nice one as well, right? Yeah, 3 mana 1/3 that can add a bunch of mana if you're casting a big spell or an X spell, and then it's also a looter. And some fixing. All right, so let's just throw in our blue cards basically and go from there. What is the Aquatic Alchemist? 2 mana 1/3, put target instant or sorcery from your graveyard on top of your library is the adventure. And then whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery each turn, it gets +2/+0. It seems pretty medium. I said a lot of the adventure creatures are great, but this one doesn't feel that good to me. Tap target creature an opponent controls and put 3 stun counters on it, scry 2. 3 stun counters is a lot. It's a sorcery, scry 2. That could buy you a lot of time. Maybe that's worth trying out. Actually, it's really good with the Aquatic Alchemists. Counter target spell unless this controller pays 2 plus an additional 1 for each fairy. That's not bad. Spreading Seas is always fun. The Cursed Roll is pretty good. There are a lot of 1/1 counters in the format, but you can turn things into a 1/1 at a base. Let's see, this is a 3/3 flyer for 4, which is good enough at its base. But then you can also have a Rip the Seams, destroy target tapped creature. That's not bad. Of course, our twins are nuts. So we actually have a decent blue-white looking build here. I bet you we also have a pretty good red-blue looking build, especially since we have like the Johan ×2. But I have enough spells, instants, and sorceries if I went red-blue. We have 4 currently. We would get 2 or 3 more. How good is the white? Creatures are... Okay, so it's a black adventure. 2/3 first strike. Tap up to 1 target creature, scry 1, draw a card. Is that actually better than the Freeze in Place? It's pretty close, I would say. Create a Royal Roll token attached to target creature you control. That's pretty good, actually. Oh, especially with the Aquatic Alchemists. And then the Charmed Clothier is a 3/3 flyer for 5 that makes another Royal Roll. I don't want to just play blue-white, and then we'll add like Crystal Grotto and Prophetic Prism for the random value adventures we can do. Combat Trick, bad, I think. That one's decent. Creature tokens you control get +1/+1. It's a 2 mana 2/2. I don't think we have too many creature tokens, do we? Probably not. But we can still just put them in as 2/2s that give us random upside with like Prophetic Prism in a pinch. That kills a big creature, can protect one of yours. That's probably worth running as a 1/of. I like both of those knights, and I like the Charmed Clothier. That's 39. So maybe we can just run this bargain card. Do I have any other ways to make like a... It's an artifact, enchantment. What's the bargain? You sack an artifact, enchantment, or token, right? I mean, I guess we can throw in the Ginger Brute just for the YOLOs. Okay, let's just do something like this. Again, I think it's more important just to get into the games and start playing. We maximize the value of our Threadbind Click by playing blue-white. Oh, this looks like a decent deck. Let's go. Fun enough for sure. The one thing I've learned so far in the first 2 sealeds I've done is that the adventures are king. It's just so easy to outgrind your opponent when, if you're running a bunch of adventure creatures, well, you just get to cast more spells than them. Like I was saying, right? It's like you're playing 30 spells in your 40-card deck, so... If you can maximize the adventure cards, especially since removal is so light, I think that might be one of the main keys in doing well in this format. But time will tell. I mean, this is also early access event. You know, this is the first chance that only a select few people have had to play this. So who knows? All right, let's go off to our first game. We are on currently mono blue, but we have sleight of hand that maybe can help us find some white. I guess we'll take the freeze in place here. No land in the first couple of cards. Yeah, let's just run out the Aquatic Alchemist here as a 1/3. Don't see us wanting to adventure that anytime soon. Oh, opponent has the Virtue of Persistence. That is one of the best cards, I think. It is adventure, kill a creature, basically, and then the ultimate side, the 7-mana side, is really, really hard to beat. I'll do my best at hovering over new cards. So 3-mana, 2/1, that makes one of those 1/1 rats that can't block, and then whenever another creature you control dies, you put a 1/1 counter on it. So the Transmuter, putting a cursed roll on this doesn't really do anything because it'll still get larger. So I think what I'm just going to do is attack for 3, and if they want to trade, great. And we're just going to run out the 3/4 here. Four mana, 3/4. Not exciting, but... I mean, really, my game plan is just to get to 7 mana, or 6 mana. Now, there are a decent number of ways to kill enchantments in this format, but I'm hoping I can show you all how good Forced Fruition is in Limited. Right? If we cast this on turn 6, it will effectively be the opponent can cast 4 more cards at this game without being able, or without dealing with the Forced Fruition. Right. I don't think we want to use the Horned Lock Whale here, because if they fizzle it, then I lose my whale. Nice, and we just hit. Candy Grapple. Target creature gets -3/-3. If this spell is bargain, that gets -5/-5 until end of turn instead. Okay. I could main phase the whale, but I think what we're going to do is just pass here and flash it in end of turn. Now remember, it enters tapped unless you play it on your turn, but I don't mind taking a little bit of damage. In this way, it's less likely they'll be able to do anything to it immediately. Alright, they can exile my creature, I don't care. And let's go for the Forced Fruition. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, that player draws 7 cards. Pick and choose your 4 spells wisely. We are attacking them on multiple angles here. Now, if they just immediately kill it with an enchantment effect, then sure. I've given them infinite cards, but Time will tell how good Forced Fruition is. Remember, I don't know how many... Rather, I know very few cards in the format, so if there are a bunch of ways to deal with an enchantment, then it's probably not going to be worth running. But this was a huge bomb, if I recall correctly, back in the day, in just random limited formats. Alright, we keep racing. Neva. Turn target creature card or enchantment from your graveyard to your hand. Alright, so they get back the passivism. Look at that. There are 20 cards in library. They can cast 3 more spells. They have to discard 5. I can almost kill... I can hit him for 8 next turn, too. That's funny. I suppose the downside is, if the opponent's already winning the Forced Fruition, they don't really need to cast any more spells. Alright. Oh, they have some more creature lands in the format, too. Alright, let's tap down the Neva. Draw another one. Boom, put him to 2. So in order to pacify my Lock Whale, they'd have to pay 4, and then if they can't play another spell, we can freeze and place the Vermin and just hit them for the last 2 as well. Kind of funny. Shrouded Shepherd. What is this? Each player discards 2 cards. Each player sacrifices 2 creatures. Wow! Rankle's Prank is insane. Holy smokes. And now I take 4? Oh my god. Well, this is what I'm talking about. If you fall behind, the opponent doesn't need to cast any more things. That's nuts. So I'm gonna need to find a little bit more action after this freeze in place. Rankle's Prank, crazy. Oh, that's a good one. Not only is it a lethal flyer, it's a way to kill a creature as well. So, they only have 11 cards left in their deck. If they cast a spell here, they can no longer cast any more spells. You're seeing Forced Fruition in action. So, what we need to not see is like a random Vigilance creature. Because they get 1 spell to cast. I guess if they cast their Adventure 7-mana enchantment, that would be bad, but... yeah, that would kill us. Not much I can do about that, though. Oh, wait! Shatter the Oath destroys enchantments. I wonder if they have another. Oh, they're just passing turn. Oh, okay, that works too. All right, draw 7. I guess I should have actually flashed out my click last turn. Is there any creature they can hit that saves them, though? Oh my god, Gingerbroot's actually insane here, too. I don't think they can do it. They cast any spell they lose, they can only get one creature back this turn. Yeah, this doesn't work. Your fruition is forced. They're dead on board, they cast a spell, they lose. This is just the best of all worlds. Alright, GG's. I'm telling you, friends, forced fruition is the real deal. Don't sleep on it if you get it. It is hilarious. Too good, too good. Alright, 1-0. Let's go on to our next game. We have lost the die roll, but looks like we have a solid enough hand here. Yeah, I think the Alchemist I'm usually just going to be running out for 2 mana as a 1/3. Redbind, click the draw. So again, this is just a removal spell, and later on a freaking 3/3 flyer. Crazy. This is a kind of a removal spell. It turns a creature into a 1/1 and taps it. And then 3/4 later on. Let's see. Lord Skitter, 3/3. Whenever another rat enters, you exile a card from an opponent's graveyard. Beginning of combat on your turn, you make a 1/1 rat. Wow, what? That's kind of gross. I'm going to attack and pass, and I guess hope I can click the Skitter. If not, I can always go Transmuter into click later on. 3/3 lifelink for 3. ETB, create a cursed roll token attached to it. Oh, weird. That's funny. That's actually really good because there are like bargains. Sack it is super nice. Well, this is a problem. So we're just gonna take a land and pass. Target opponent discards 2 cards. You make a wicked roll, and the wicked roll is the +1/+1. Discards 2 cards. All right, so we can discard Island and Shepherd. Oh, that's right, and you can only have 1 roll at a time on a creature. So now what they've done here is to remove the bad roll and apply the good roll. I see. Alright, now we can go like this. Destroy it. Pass. Wait, I didn't even see what this land is. What is this? Edgewall Inn. Enters tapped. As it enters, choose a color, add 1 mana of the chosen color, sacrifice it, return a card that has an adventure from your graveyard to your hand. Alright, I'm just gonna block. I'm always in the mindset of just forcing the opponent to do whatever in these early access events. Okay, so 3/1 flying, kill a creature that was dealt damage. That's fine. Play our own 3-power flyer. So this is a position where Forced Fruition would probably not be that good, huh? When this enters the battlefield, you may pay 2 if you do make a Sorcerer roll. And that's a +1/+1 roll that scries whenever the creature attacks. Okay. We drew our Lock Whale. It's pretty good. No! Another discard too. Gosh darn it. Well, we got punished. I mean, we would have had a Ginger Brute on the battlefield, but nothing else. I guess I could have just flashed in my 6/6. Maybe that was better. Ariette's Whisper, man. Yeah, Sealed is a good place to play Mind Rot effects. Luckily, our board position is still stable, but lost a good one for sure. Okay, that's pretty nice. So we're drawing the Flicker plus the 4/4. Exile target non-token creature returned to the battlefield in its owner's control. Beginning of the next end step. Knight of Doves. Whenever an enchantment you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, you make a 1/1 bird. Oh, that's pretty good. I don't think I want to take the risk of flickering my click and then getting it killed in response. Let's just play out our 4/4 Flying Vigilance Ward 1. It might have been wrong to keep Forced Fruition. The board state might be a little bit too close. And then if I force Fruition and they just draw like 1 removal, we're probably dead. No, I'm gonna go for it though. I'll just keep attacking for 7 in the air. Ah, I wish I had flashed in my damn whale that one turn instead of sitting back. Or even just playing the extra Ginger Brute would have added some extra damage too. I bet you a lot of the time, if you play this on turn 4, you just win the game, right? So they can sacrifice something to make a bird. Nice. Okay, no plays there. I'm going to hold the Forced Fruition for a little bit then. Because if they just take 7 in the air, then they're just dead next turn, so... So I'm just going to block like this. Not put my twins in range. Okay, now they don't get a bird anymore when an enchantment dies. Destroy target enchantment. If a permanent you controlled or a token was destroyed this way, draw a card. That's just desperation. Two cards. Any two of these are lethal. Cheeky. Wait, what is this? Target creature control gets +1/+1 until end turn. It can't be blocked by creed. And then Spectre. Okay. Well, they have to chump it next turn. Yeah, we don't want to cast the Force Fruition out. Spectre of Mortality. It's a nice one. 5 mana, 3/3 flying. ETB, exile one or more creature cards from your graveyard. When you do, each other creature gets -X/-X, where X is the number of cards exiled. Please don't tell me you drew the 5 mana kill a creature card. Well, it was a removal spell. Come on, dude. Really? Well, good beats. I mean, I shouldn't have topped the Force Fruition. That's on me, but we were going to just draw 2 lands after the fact anyways. Oh, come on. That seemed pretty unlucky. So, am I just not supposed to block at all then? Because I can... Yeah, I guess if I don't block with my 3/4 and I instead just take all the damage, I end up winning, but... kind of hard to play around. First, cards you don't know exist, and then a rare at that, right? So maybe in the future I won't block with my 3/4 there, but that just seemed kind of unlucky. Good beats. Had the chance. If I had played out my Ginger Brute or played out my other big creature, I mean, I probably win that, so I'm guessing ultimately it's on me, but it's better to complain about variance and bad luck, right? That's how it goes. All right, nice hand here for our next game. Let's go ahead and grab a plains with this. All right, 2 mana, make a 2/2 with Vigilance, and then when that goes to the graveyard, you scry 2, and you can sacrifice it to do so if you want. I think I am going to turn off... let's do it to their swamp. Turn their swamp into an island. I think I'm just going to go with Ginger Brute and pass this turn, maybe. Hold up our Spell Stutter. They're going to sacrifice their Hopeful Vigil and get Scry 2. Double top. I don't like that. Wicked Visitor, alright. Can't counter that. I'm gonna have to start playing stuff next turn. I'm playing a little bit loose, I guess. I think it's pretty obvious I have a counter in my hand, but hopefully they don't keep playing around it. And they are, kind of. So it turns into a 3/3 whenever it attacks Scry 1. Good news now is that I can also hold up my click so we can kill one of their creatures this time. Let them scry first. This removal is called Rip the Seams. I am at 7. I guess we'll just sack off the Ginger Brute and gain 3 now, since they didn't cast anything. Yeah, let's play out our flyer, because it's also a fairy, which means our spell stutter is now a mana leak. One flying, when it enters, surveil 1, and they can exile it from your graveyard to draw a card. Oh, so it's like the Foulmire Knight, kind of, in reverse. Inverse Foulmire Knight, if that makes sense. Well, that's pretty good. So we can... What's this called? Croaking Curse the Wicked Visitor, turn it into a 1/1, and then because we have the Prism, we can give their creatures -1/-1 until end of turn. And we're gonna pass. I don't want to attack for 3 and then take 2 when we're a little bit defensive right now. We could race them pretty well, though. Oh, I'm really happy to see them spend their mana with that. Okay, yeah. This is where we turn the corner. I'm still going to try to hold open Spell Stutter until they give me a reason not to. But next turn, Hopeful Vigil plus Shrouded Shepherd looks to be pretty nice. Pump the click. Attack for 5. Play out Vigil. Get a 2/2 with Vigilance. I mean, look how many cards they have in their hand, too. This is really when we need to turn the corner. Seems like they might be screwed because of this Spreading Seas. Maybe they have a bunch of double black cards that they can't cast. ETB, each opponent discards a card and loses 2 life. That's a little bit annoying. Let's discard the freeze in place. Oh yeah, we'll counter that, otherwise they can bounce their enchantment and make me discard again. Yep, they might as well attack. Besotted Knight. Enchant creature is +1/+1 and has ward 1. I think we're just gonna play out the 3/4 here and attack for 5. And then hold up the Vigil Sacrifice, because I want to be able to hold up Moment of Valor to get one of my creatures indestructible. Choose a number between 0 and 10. Destroy all creatures with power greater than or equal to. Wow. Well. So there is a Wrath in the format. Do I want to upkeep Scry? I don't think we're going to, because we can go Sodded Knight and then play the Knight. Expel the Interlopers. They still have 4 cards in their hand. So the Tabby can gain Death Touch. Pass? That's not good. Got some tricks up their sleeve. Yeah, I think we're gonna keep that. Because that'll make the flyer... Oh, wait, no, it won't. Right. You can only have 1 roll at a time. I'm guessing then they might just have like the deal 3 damage to a creature, and then if you sacrifice or whatever bargain, it kills attacking or blocking creature. I don't remember what it's called, but that feels exactly like what they have. I don't want to give them a... Yeah, exactly. Kellen's Light Blades. That's exactly what they had. I didn't want to give them easy activation of their Tabby, right? We want to make their mana a little bit awkward. Well, that was pretty easy to sniff out, I guess. Maybe I'm not even just supposed to attack there at all. Do you have another kill spell? Oh no, I was gonna say, because if they kill the knight in response, I lose the other knight. Because if you fizzle an adventure, the creature goes away too. Alright, 4/4 flyer. Oh, but they can't give Death Touch anymore. So we have a free turn. Ooh, we could top deck something really good here. I think they messed up. Wow, we did top deck something really good. Chump. So the owner of target attacking creature you don't control puts on the bottom or top. But, I mean, just a 6/6 flash ward too. Pretty good here. Oh, they're going to 1. All right. I like it. Lord Skitter's Butcher. ETB choose 1. Creatures you control gain menace. Okay. So I can't block. And they're going to pump. All right. And that should be a win for us. We get to bounce their Griffin with the Horned Lock. Good attempt by the opponents, but not good enough here. What a rare. Oof. And then to add insult to injury, we're getting a royal roll here. So all of our creatures are going to have ward. Bam, bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. All right. I'm liking this blue-white deck. What are we, 2-1? A bit of a grind, but to be expected, I suppose. All right, on to our next game. Looks like not many people are playing Sealed. Remember, this is an early access event. And we are playing against our round 1 opponent, I believe. So, doesn't look like there's a very large population of Sealed players at the moment. There's that Tabby again. Nice. Yeah, I guess we'll just go grab a Plains immediately. Well, it's going to be good for our Shrouded Shepherd adventure later on. Picklock Prankster. Mill 4 cards, then put an instant sorcery or fairy from among the milled cards into your hand, and they hit Fairy Fencing. Good removal. And it is a 1/3 Vigilance. So if you have a fairy, it's just a black -3/-3. That's kind of nuts. Guess let's get the scry on now. Should we go for the forced fruition win again? Why not? After all, why shouldn't I? Alright, they're gonna kill my alchemist with the known fairy fencing. Yeah, that flyer has vigilance. Pass. Let's go for a sleight of hand. Target creature you control gains vigilance. Oh, I don't. Well, I do have green. And I have a token, so that actually works out doubly. I think we're just going to play this out as the creature, though. And then attack with both seems fine. Tabby can gain Death Touch, but we don't mind trading off our 2/2 for it. Oh, they're going to play another flyer. Well, that one, at least, it only has 1 toughness, so... Oh, that's right, this gives all their creatures. Oh, right. Okay, so the Shrouded Shepherd's going to be really nice here. Yeah. Good. Okay. Take 5 in the air this turn. Yeah, the 2/4 Vigilant Flyer is still pretty annoying. It's the one that gets bigger whenever... Oh, man. One more turn and our Shrouded Shepherd would have been great. Oh, that thing has Menace. I shouldn't have attacked. Whoops. With as many. Hmm. The Cursed Roll would make it a 2/2 flyer. Okay, let's go like that. Tap it down. Last card in the hand. Candy Grapple. Nice. Okay. Alright, pretty even game. I mean, I have a couple spells in my hand, and they are living off the top deck, so... Let's hope they don't draw something good this turn, because we're in good shape if they don't. Especially if I can find one more land for the Charmed. Alright. Actually, let's go like this. We'll take 4. We'll trade, eat. It's not a bad draw. Pass. Go for the destroy tapped creature mid-combat. Oh, each player loses 4 life. Ah. Boo. Well, not much you can do there. We just needed to hit a few more lands. Now we are 2-2. GG's. Let's go to our game 5 of the sealed. Okay looking hand here. What is this? 1 mana 3/2 ETB, make a cursed roll token attached to target creature you control. That's scary. Because with bargain cards, that's just a 1 mana 3/2. That's really cool. I play the Brute. Suit it up with the Royal Roll. Okay, if we can find our black source for that Shrouded Shepherd adventure, it's going to be hard to lose, feels like. Let's just pass here. And I guess I'm going to plan on clicking the Vermin. 3/2, sack of food, target player loses 2 life. I guess they might not even attack with the Vermin here, will they? Spreading seas that can get rid of their planes. Seems pretty funny. Might be a little bit aggro, but I like it. Sure. So it looks like they're just gonna throw away one of their 1/1s then. If they're making this attack. Because if they had a pump, they would have probably attacked with the Voracious as well, you would think. Why are they gaining life main phase? Oh, there's the Black Source. Oh, but they just lost a bunch of their 1/1s. No, a turn late. Turn late, dollar short. Hmm. Guess I'm gonna go like, well, we can go like this. Let's shrink that. Attack for 2. They're not blocking. And then I can give their creatures -1/-1, make their vermin big, but then kill the vermin with the click afterwards, or with the Moment of Valor. I think I'm alright with that. Discard 2 cards. Jeez. Now it has, when it dies, I lose 1 life. Well, at least we can still kill it, but that's brutal. And we can hit them for 4 here. Alright, I mean, we have board presence, but they're a little bit ahead on life. And my hand is basically face up. They are missing white, though. What the heck is a Scream Puff? Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, create a food token. 4/5 Death Touch for 5. Okay. We drew a pretty good one, though. We can put our Moment of Valor on top with our dude here. To kill their 4/5 next turn. Scream Puff. Great name. This is extremely awkward, though, because it's 3 mana to cast Moment, and then I have 3 4-drops that I can't cast. Just really inefficient on my mana. They're gonna Shatter the Oath and put a Wicked. Okay, that's whatever. Just do this now. Hit him for 3. I'm gonna go down to 6. It's a close game, but I think they're probably a little bit ahead. Oh, maybe not. Just a 2/2 flyer that can shrink stuff. Okay. It's not the worst. We can play our own flyer out. Oh, there's double white again. So Dream Spoiler Witches were a card from like Morningtide or Lorwyn or something. For some reason, they didn't reprint it, and they just made a... I mean, I guess this is just a throwback, callback to it. The hell is this? Werefox Bodyguard. What the heck? When it enters the battlefield, exile up to 1 other target non-fox creature until it leaves, and then you can sack it to gain 2 life. That thing's great. Sheesh. It is a rare. Alright, well. I'm at 2, and you have a 2-power... Or sorry, I'm at 4, and you have a 2-power flyer. I'm gonna need to top deck something nice here. Well, that'll do it. 4 in the air. don't even know how we lost this game. What the heck happened? I guess I just took a little bit too much early crap damage from their weenies. Man, this deck seemed actually pretty good, but a couple of weird games. That one game where I got mind rotted twice really hurt. Then that game, I don't know what happened. I am super glad we did get one forced fruition kill, though. That's extremely fun, but yeah, sealed, you know, it's really hit or miss. You can't win them all. As unlike draft, you just have to play with the hand that you're dealt, right? Now, obviously, there is a lot of skill in the deck building portion, but sometimes you're going to just open like 4 on-color rares and just smack people down. But fun stuff. Still enjoying it, even though we went 2 and 3. Nice little look. Yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you back next time for some more. Bye-bye.